Welcome, YouTubers and Instagrammers. So, I got myself to return to recording to next video on my Android phone record video. Like today, folks. So, you betcha. So, okay, so let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. So, alright, so there's nothing much going on for talk about today, guys. So, there's something a little bit surprise. We're actually going to explain. Like, to say, welcome to the Pixar Shorts. So, we're actually about to get started to recording about those videos. About all the Pixar, Disney, Pictures company in those rewards in those things, but I would say the most coming up would be like the Funny Nemo. It would be is by the Incredibles shorts by this baby is what stuck with it. Shay is the attacks from and then we mean Pixar short. So yeah, it's about like the Incredibles in the movie in this film. It finally will come out any soon. For trying to explain that for next time. So that's any coming up on our Pixar shorts. And then we don't forget we have a Lamp Life. It features in Toy Story 4 until it's the very beginning of the release and the show. Part of a Pixar short. It is made of a movie, but that made is about Bo Peep. That Wei-Ming figure version of Bo Peep might well explain to her story herself from right to the show. And like when she moves on and when she goes her life. Say, going in the shore, right to the ship. Like maybe like some other random people or those in a Pixar film shorts about Bo Peep. She does have her life to be live up with her, like pretty much. So, which is I still like the show, like probably much I do. So yeah, that's about that Lamp Life. That's how it started when this happens, right after Bo Peep moves on from in many other films and Toy Story movies. So yeah, that's welcome in to Pixar Shorts. So we'll talk about that soon. So for today, this is for welcoming into the video to we're introducing to Pixar Shorts today. So there's nothing much for watch or we were reaction to it, but I was just telling you guys about it. But the Pixar Shorts, it was couple planning interesting to you, So yeah, that's how the Disney Pixar it means a lot to us. So what else is very special kind for Pixar, right? Well, of course, right? I would say that Pixar. I would say a Bugs Life movie that turned into the live action animation in Pixar that may not be too far from in this movie, but they did a little bit nasty in this film, which was funny. I do agree with that, but because they made everything too real in that filmmaking, in a sequence, in the sequels, they made it a realistic turn in a Bugs Life movie in a Pixar film. But they were kind of do their best in this movie. But I still like about the bloopers, but the movie itself, which is it never explained it. It seemed to be a bit horrified. Those bloopers, it kind of a bit off screen, but all their special effects, it made might be too well in those bloopers. So yeah, that's why it's over sketchy, right, for it. I would say it's over a bit sketched in a Bugs Life movie on a Pixar film. So that's not what I was thinking. So which is I still not like the movie, but but I do still love about all those laughs in the movie. So, which is I do agree that. But yeah, it is part of it, and the laughter fans they loved watching a Bugs Life movie. So, which is don't even give me one about that. So that's how made the movies that good. But making the live actions, they're not on it as a no special ones like a Bugs Life movie. Because they're not on it good in the live action. So that's the story to live up for Pixar, guys. So, okay. So there's a bit something you should need to know about it. For have this YouTube app, say like like Papa and Mash, I would say for YouTube fans, like say was it was very easy to do to be live up in like YouTube, right? Well, yeah, like of course that's the whole main reason was when it changed me for a tough break and be in a YouTube. So I'm not just saying about for YouTube. It's not the only reason why was up at this app. It's for having comments, what they say about the movies, about films, about shorts. It's about everything in a review. I don't think it's not a huge problem about this YouTube, right? Well, of course not. No, I don't think that YouTube is not a real issue about those movies, because I already did hitting up with our podcast on the YouTube app. So which is I do still like it. I like probably much I do. So I just love hearing it what those YouTubers what they explain it to it. I would say like Austin the Brimstone, the YouTuber, he does seem to like revisit in being this world part of the fantasy stuff about Shrek. So which is I do like him. Like I do like that guy. But this YouTuber named Austin the Brimstone, what the heck is his name was? Because it said that in the last quote from Donkey. Like, whoo, Shrek! Well, the heck is that stuff from you? So yeah, that's like what that last name was from in the YouTuber's name. From in the quotes. Sorry, I was just gonna say from coming from the quoting in a Shrek movie. So that's like what that YouTuber's name was. Like, say Austin and Brimstone. That's like what that should be in the movie, right? In his scene there. So that's like what that name is. Which is I do like him. I'm really pretty much I do still like him. And it sounds like he was a huge bit of a fan about Shrek. Like everything about his merchandise. And Lost and Yes on there on Shrek movie. I would say yes, I love like watching about Shrek. So which is I still like it, but there's something you should need to say about me. Because I might be still a fan maybe, but it's just like me and watching Shrek about the merchandise and Lost and ideas about that other stuff for Austin and Brimstone, which is I should not disagree about that, but because I do agree about that stuff were cool. Like, it was so interested in those things, only for him. But he's just a kid becoming an adult. So I'm seeing like him, seeing like me. So that's why some other YouTubers they do have may have a great point about that, about having Shrek. So yeah, so you know what else is about Shrek? It's about this guy with my man named Jesus Christ. So that's him. He's wrestling about on Shrek because he loves about having caring like a lot for his love, be part of his sweetness in Christ. Like that's how the life of Shrek it was for having Jesus Christ. It means a lot for love for the fans. So it means he wants us to be in the heaven. So which is how it makes our movies not way tougher it seems for having Shrek. So yeah, Shrek is indeed belong in the heaven by Heavenly Father and Jesus Christ. That's a story in real life by donkeys have died and live up in this movie. And which is next is Smash Mouth named Steve, which is that he died too. Like really within in this movie by Donkey. Played by Eddie Murphy, which is he's not played by Donkey before this happened to have this movie that nearly came out. So that's why I have that photo of Jesus Christ. So he loves about those actors. Well, yeah, that was true. And he knows everything about movement about those actors. They do full of love. So say that nice words into them until we watch Shark movie, but it is part of their life. Part of their happiness means a lot to them. So that's what all of those movies there were greatness in them. So they're not really not that bad people. And there's just way too good come true. So that's how the movies. So I really hope, thank you so much for liking those movies, but I might let all those subscribers know about it. I might go ahead, paste it right on YouTube. Why do I now? And Instagram? Maybe. But I might say a story about that too. So thank you so much for liking this video. And hit subscribe to me. And Austin and Brimstone too. Very much more like him. So him and me are the same person we like. But having Austin and Brimstone, he likes about movies. And merchandise and Lost and Marias. Which is not for me. I'm not a huge fan about anything with Lost and Maria. It's a little bit too much for hearing it from Austin and Brimstone. So that's why it's very hard for me. For not like a fan like Shrek. So that's the problem about Goosebumps. The Haunted Mansion, either like Shrek 2, Scooby-Doo 2002, 2004, Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed, either like Monster House, The Shaky One, The Incredibles, and Incredibles 2, and Shark Tale, Wallace and Gromit, and all of them they were. That's how that means anything like that. And oh yeah, except next last thing, Ghostbusters, Spider-Man No Way Home, Boss Baby, Family Business movie, the next House Clock in the Walls, and there you have it. That's how that means very much for the fans. So that's why it's not like that podcast. Not either like that Reviews. Not like Goosebumps Crew podcast either, like that. So I still like them. And pretty much I do. So that's why all those subscribers and YouTube fans say, sure need to hear it from me. From not anybody in the world in YouTube. That does not mean matters about that. But we should care about those movies. But part of the love is for us on YouTube. And its segment was. So that's for you guys. So have you ever felt that way? Are those movies for you? In your love, in your heart? Well, yes. That's what Jesus Christ was going to say for you guys. So that's how that matches to Jesus Christ. So now please have a love and support by Jesus Christ. And thank you so much.